Congratulations on behalf of Manunga Studio. The good news has just reached us of your achievements in our home division, Momo division. As a son of Oshe, whose prominence has already gone beyond all boundaries, now a new feather has come to be added to your crowns. We want to thank you and thank God for this great honor of having been elected the pioneer senator of Momo division. How is it like for you to have received this great honor?
Thank you very much. Indeed, this honor has been awarded to me through an election which was conducted in the Northwest, and our people gave confidence in me to be a senator from Momo and to represent the Northwest region of our country. So I think it's I'm very happy about it, and I think I will contribute my utmost best, my experience, both in the business world and in developmental activities and in politics, to be able to ensure that Momo gets its own fair share of the development within this period of tenure.
Ngam is an honorable title which is already known in our locality and in our region. As Ngam and as the Chief Executive Officer of many of our great companies in Cameroon, you've already done a lot to foster the developmental and unifying interests of Momo division. So it's like a logical thing that you should be the pioneer senator. Yet, permit me to ask you, what do you think you still can add you still can bring to Momo division that you have not been able to do up till now? What should we expect better?
I think because of this position, which gives me the power to be able to participate effectively in government decisions, we'll be able to influence the government to give Momo a fair share of its budgetary allocations. In particular, the roads to Momo. Currently, the road to Mbengwe is being tarred, and we hope this tarring process will continue until they reach all of our subdivisions. The subdivision of Njikwa, the road is always disturbing. That to Ngi is always disturbing. The road to Batibo has already been tarred, that to Widikum has been tarred. So we'll concentrate efforts on making sure that we have good access road to the rest of the 2 subdivisions which are left, and also to improve on the health facilities which all the subdivisions have, and to ensure that their schools have classrooms adequate enough for all the children, and teachers should be made available for these schools so that we should have quality people coming out of Momo.
Now, in Oshe there is a medicalized health center. Do you think that this could be an example to serve in some other parts of Momo?
It's actually an example, and the opportunity we have now is to be able to enforce that whatever medical doctor is placed there should be able to perform his function to the people, and not just being named by logical naming, and the medical doctor does not have effective presence there. So we'll apply that to Ngi, to Batibo, and even to Widikum also. Mbengwe in particular already has a medical doctor who is stable, so this is a plus. So we've applied that to the rest of the subdivisions.
What about the youth? Have you any particular developmental or any projects in mind which you think must be achieved during your legislature that will foster the interests of our youth?
We'll try to look at economic activities that have been planned in the areas, in these subdivisions, which will cause the youth to participate actively so that they become self-reliant and be able to make a strong economy for themselves. The youth must not only sit there and wait for government to employ them, but the youth can also, with a constructive approach, develop economic activities that will make them powerful enough to make a good, sustainable living.
As a senator, a position which is new in our political system, I know nobody is a magician to be able to tell what tomorrow might bring. But do you think that through your office, and I believe that you shall have an office at least at the divisional level located at Mbengwe, for the Momo citizens to be able to get into direct contact with you, do you intend to extend the activities of your office into the different localities so that somebody who lives in the very, very remote section of the division could easily bring up his or her own complaints directly to your office?
Yes, I think you're right in your thinking. That is obviously what should be done immediately, so that together with all the allies of Momo, the youths of Momo, the women and the men group, we can be able to sample out their needs and opinions and be able to channel them accordingly. You know, the Senate is a new institution in Cameroon history, and of course it's proper that such an institution should be created because it helps objectively to be able to re-examine policies and laws that have been passed by the National Assembly, that are scrutinized, and we make sure these policies and laws can actually conform with the needs of the people.
So what do you think, when do you think that you guys are going to become operational? Has there been a date for the first constitutional meeting of the Senate?
As of now, we are operational. We are supposed to be handling everything, preparing everything that we are going to do. We can be able to attend to issues which concern our people. So this is the service we can render to our people.
So how does the direct contact look like in the senatorial office of Ngam Awanga Zakaria? Imagine a peasant who lives in somewhere in Momo division who would like to talk to you directly. Do you have any allowances for particular opening hours or opening days, or do you think that you might have a means of communication so that anybody can get an appointment to talk to you? Can you please elaborate on that?
You know, I've been always very open. The same phone numbers I've had will be the same phone numbers that will be used. So almost every councillor in Momo, no matter from which part, has access to me at all times, 24 hours round the clock.
And have they been making use of that?
Well, I think it is their duty as of now to ensure that effective use is made of it, now that I become their senator.
So, what about the non-councillors, those who are not councillors? Have they the possibility to contact you?
We talk of a sample representation of the people, meaning that those in those communities can easily get the same access number, either using their councillors or get to any of our establishments which is nearer them, and then they'll be able to get through to me. My number has been open. It is in all calendars that we divide to everybody in the divisions. We'll make sure we also have annual calendars that will be shared to most communities so that effective numbers that can be dependable, that can also be able to give them access to my alternate and to other people with whom we'll be working so that they can be able to reach and get precise solutions to their problems.
You were once yourself a student in the United States of America. You left Cameroon some years ago to look for greener pastures abroad. You found your own share, came back home and re-established yourself here. What advice do you have for our young boys and girls and old boys and girls who are intending to go, who have already gone, and who might have the possibility to come back to Cameroon?
I'll tell all the youths who intend to go to the United States or to any other European country or even extend that to any other African country that if you have in mind to be able to prepare yourself so that you become self-reliant in your profession, in any field, that the opportunities in Cameroon are wide and open in all sectors. There is no area that's saturated at this moment. You always have something to do, and you will grow from where you start to where to your own limits that you yourself cannot control. So I think we've had the same experience. We went out, studied, came back, implanted ourselves in the community, started small and have grown big. So it is the same, and it's the same theory for every ambitious person who thinks he can do better and can add value to our community.
As our young senator, any more information, any advice to our onlookers, to anybody who might stumble upon this video, or particularly to our Oshe elites and to our Oshe sons and daughters?
Yes, I think what we would strongly say to everybody, if you have to grow to the level of where you be of assistance to your people, you must be law-abiding. Also, participate in national policy formation through existing parties, or create your own parties if you think the ideologies of the parties existing are not good enough for you. You can always contribute by either creating or coming along with others and impregnating your good ideas into their ideas, so that together tomorrow we shall be able to form a strong Cameroon, and we hope that we can follow up the policies of President Biya that established that in 2013, 2035, that is 2035, Cameroon should become an emerging country, and therefore we should be participants in making this country become that emerging country in 2035.
So, Manunga Studio thanks you very much for according it this first official interview as the pioneer senator for Momo Division. And we want to wish you all the best in carrying out your duties for the service of the Momo citizen and for Cameroon and Africa and of course humanity.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We stand for you. We sing for you. We sing for you. Fatherland.